4 weeks to figure out how to record on her iPad. Just kidding. My iPad wasn't working properly, so I apologize. You've had to put up with Mr. McMorrow. Have no fear. I'm back in business here. So, one of the things about this chapter that I love is it is so much more realistic. Very real life. You can look around and find places in your life that you will need to know this. So let's first talk about surface area. The best way that I can describe it is like wrapping a present. So if you were to take out wrapping paper and cut it up and try to wrap a gift, there are some shapes that are a lot easier to cover and a lot easier to estimate. And then there's some that are not so easy. And the best way to describe area is figuring out how much wrapping paper you would need to cover a gift. And then I always like to go into the why just a little bit. I know you guys are in a world where you're like, why do I need to know this? Well, if you are going to be a good consumer and only purchase what you need for a project, this is what you're going to need to know. I also think that if you're going to understand things, engineer or architecture or any home improvements, that's another. So if you're going to be a good consumer, which we all want to be, we want to save money. Otherwise, home remodeling, okay? People want to make money. So if you overbuy when you're remodeling your house, it takes a while. So here we go. A prism is something that has two identical bases. So if you look here, this top part and this bottom part are both triangles. Those are the bases. They are identical. If you look here, triangle, triangle. Those are the bases. So if you look at figure 2, the top and the bottom are the bases. But if you look at the sides, those are all different. So in this case, you could probably make an argument that that has more than one base, depending on what you're going to figure out. Here, this base is a pentagon, and there's only 2 of them. One of my favorite types of chocolate. Here we go. Toblerone. The front, or the top and the bottom, or the front and the back. 2 identical bases. So what we care about, though, is the formula. And what I love about surface area, all you're going to do is take the area of each side. And what I ask students to do is sketch each side. Okay? The other formula you need to know today is cylinder. We've got a circle for the top and a circle for the bottom. Cylinder. 2 circle bases and a round middle. Well, it works out that that round middle ends up being almost a rectangle if you were to open it up. And so that formula for the middle of the rectangle is 2 pi r. So real quick, we've got pop cans, SpaghettiOs, we've got a water heater or a water softener. You see these all the time. So here we go. Examples. What we're going to do, front and the back. That's a 5. Okay, there's the front and the back. Now we're going to go sides. And let me pick a different color here. Side. Okay. 3, 7. 3, 7. And then, let's pick a different one. Top and bottom here. Hopefully you've been able to kind of follow along on my quickly sketched image here. So we've got 7, 5, 7, and 5. So if we do this, we get 35 here, right? Base times height, base times height, base times height. All right, we get 21 for the sides. Again, we're doing base times height. And then we get 15. And here's the reason why surface area is wonderful. Surface area is 15 plus 15 plus 21 plus 21 plus 35 plus 35 for a grand total of 142. And we label it feet squared. That is your answer. All right, let's keep rolling here. I don't want to make this video long. All right, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that the height of that triangle is 2.6, just for the sake of time. All right, we got a triangle and a triangle for the tops and the bottoms. We got a base of 3. and a height of 2.6. So how do we do area of a triangle? Well, you take the base times the height, all divided by 2. So 2.6 times 3, all divided by 2, 3.9. Let's go like that, plus 3.9, right? So we got 3.9 and 3.9 for the top and the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to write 3.9 plus 3.9. Now let's take a look at what's left. Okay, we've got a side that's 5 by 2. So the area of that is base times height, which is 10, plus 10, right? Let's keep going. This side, 2 and 3, that's 6. All right, and then we got the last one over here, 4 and 3, which is 12. So again, surface area, you add up all the sides. So 3.9 plus 3.9 plus 10 plus 6 plus 12 is 35.8 centimeters squared. There we go. All right, on to cylinders. The reason I love this shape or this figure is because the top and the bottom are an easy shape. The top and the bottom, pi r squared. And the middle, if you break it up and you were to unroll this middle part, okay, it'd be 2 pi r h because it would be a rectangle, okay? So it's base times height. So here we go. Pi 3 squared. Pi 3 squared. Top and the bottom, right? Middle, 2 pi times 3 times the height. All right? So if we do this very quickly, we get 9 pi plus 3, 4, 2. If we multiply all those, we get 24 pi, and then another 9 pi. So if we add this up, 9 plus 24 plus 9 is 42 pi, and that is meaningless. You can't walk into Menards and say, I need 42 pi plastic for my hot water heater downstairs. They're going to be like, what? All right, so then you're going to take 42 times pi, and you're going to get 131.9 feet squared. All right, one more. Hang with me here. We got one more. The biggest deal here is they give you the diameter, and you want the radius. Whoops, sorry. You want the radius. So the radius is half. So 15, half of 15 is 7.5. So now we've got a circle plus a rectangle plus a circle. So we get pi 7.5 squared. Pi 7.5 squared. And then the middle here, 2 pi 7.5 times 12. Okay, so 7.5 squared, we get 56.25 pi plus 2 times 7.5 times 12. We get 180 pi plus 56.25 pi. Does everybody know why I'm leaving pi in there? It just kind of keeps the decimals from getting too out of hand. If you want to multiply your pi in there right away, go ahead. I just prefer to type in the least amount of decimals into my calculator. So this is 292.5 pi. And then if we multiply the pi in there, we get 918.92 yards squared. And just pay attention to where I'm asking you to round to, as long as I can see your work and I can follow along. I'm not as picky on rounding, but do 2 or 3 decimals to be safe. All right. Hope that's enough for you guys today. Happy Monday. You can make it. Week 4. Here we go.